Wakanda, and we are Tribe Broforce Squad, here to give you our spoilers review of the latest MCU masterpiece, Black Panther. Now, on this beautiful evening, I am your host, Brian Banner, and we also have our mayor, Jeff Hornacek. As you all know, we grade all our movies here at the Broforce Squad criteria: acting, cast, story, plot, best scene, impacts, and rewatchability. So, Horns, let's dive right in, because I know we have a lot to say and not a lot of time to say it. So, Black Panther cast, go.
I mean, we have a few recurring characters who we know are awesome. Obviously, Chadwick Boseman is just incredible as Black Panther. Martin Freeman is Everett Ross. Really nice inclusion. The guy is... I think I like him so much because he seems like someone I could just approach at a bar and he wouldn't big league me.
You know who he reminds me of a lot of, too? Phil Coulson in the MCU.
He does.
I think he's going to end up filling that role slowly.
Yeah, he is. And I'll let you talk about Michael B. Jordan as Eric Killmonger, because I think you echo my sentiments. But two people that I want to give a shout out to who might be falling below the radar, but were incredible in this, I thought, is Letitia Wright as Shuri, Black Panther's sister. The only thing I'd seen her in was a Black Mirror episode, and I actually couldn't figure that out till like 30 minutes into the movie. She was awesome.
Fuck,
and she
that
needs
is
to be
what
in
she's
more.
from.
Yeah, I was like, what have I seen her in? Because she's really familiar to me. Winston Duke as M'Baku, I was like, I want to join his tribe the whole movie. They're more my speed anyway. Like, they probably throw some awesome keggers. And then Andy Serkis as Ulysses Claw gives us a villain who's so psychotic and has this really sick, twisted sense of humor. And again, this is going to sound really messed up. I kind of want to hang out with him and get drinks. So that's what I thought of the cast of Black Panther.
Yeah, I thought Andy Serkis as Claw is fantastic in a very limited role. I really liked him in Ultron as well. I think he did fantastic in this, just playing that crazy psycho arms killer guy. I'm a little disappointed that we're not going to get him more in the MCU, but every team needs a role player, and he's a fantastic role player. I'll start with the bad first. Daniel Kaluuya, I thought, was really weak in this movie. He didn't convince me at the beginning that he was a really good friend of T'Challa, which he's supposed to. So it didn't really surprise me when he was just all of a sudden like, oh, yeah, Killmonger, what's up, man? We're bros. And
he does kind of complain a lot.
Yeah, and then once he realizes Killmonger's on the losing side, he's like, so, like, we're cool, right, everybody?
He's like Kevin Durant. Who's in the lead? Because that's the side I'm on.
Exactly. But he did ride a rhino, so I guess all is forgiven. Michael B. Jordan. Dude was incredible. Stole the show at times, in my opinion. I think he outacted Bosman at times.
He keeps this up, he's going to become the most famous Michael Jordan. You heard it here first.
I'm not going to disagree with that statement. The way he portrayed him and how calculated he is and how he did everything with a purpose, really until the third act when he was just like, look, we're about to go and we're just going to fuck up the world because we can. Very, very well done. Very well written. And almost like he was made to play that role. So very excited. I'm a little disappointed that we're not going to get more of him. I think part of that, though, is because Black Panther's just come too late in the MCU. There's just not enough time to keep some of these characters coming back for more.
Yep.
So let's keep moving on. Horns, what'd you think of the story?
So the reason I like this story so much is it's, first off, they have just a natural framing device to isolate this in the MCU, because the whole point of Wakanda is it's a secret. It's like my ex-wife's cell phone for some reason. No one else is allowed to ever see it.
I have her number.
Oh. So in and of itself, this can take place in the MCU and we can focus on Black Panther. The other thing is the core premise of this is family and the responsibilities that it entails, both for Killmonger and T'Challa. And so that's why, to me, Killmonger was such a great villain, because the whole story, people in my theater were like, damn, dude, I feel really bad for this guy. Like, I get why he's doing all this. Now, granted, he's insane, and his plan, especially at the end, you're like, oh, okay, let's just dial it back a little bit. But the whole time, he's a really empathetic character, and the story is driven through him. So that, combined with some awesome action set pieces that Ryan Coogler put together, I thought this was one of my favorite stories in the MCU. How about you?
Yeah, you echo, or I'm going to echo a lot of what you said. It's a fantastic grounded story that fits into the MCU extremely well. If you've seen a lot of the other MCU movies, which we're going to assume 99.9% of you have, it fits in there well. There's all those nice little Easter eggs and things like that. But let's say you've never seen an MCU movie. Let's try and forget that we've haven't seen those other 18 movies. This is just a good independent film. They tell you why he's becoming king. His dad just died. If you've seen Civil War, you knew that. It literally picks up where Civil War ended. The events of Civil War took 3 to 5 days, I would guess. This starts a week after his father died. So talk about a tough couple of weeks. Let's be honest. He died like twice.
Yeah.
But they did a great job of character development in Killmonger, which I think has always been something that the MCU has been a little weak on, is developing villains and relatively quickly. I think that they've started to turn a corner a little bit with Hela and Thor, and definitely Killmonger here. They did a good job of molding Wakanda tradition and the modern world. I thought the way that they do kind of culture and modernizing things was very, very well done. And if you think of a secluded, technologically advanced civilization that's hiding in plain sight, they killed it. Very, very happy with everything. Last thing on that, we'll talk about the end credit scene, but if I didn't see Winter Soldier somewhere in this movie, I may not see Civil War, but I'm glad that we saw him at the end.
You mean Infinity War? But you're lying anyway, so it doesn't matter what movie.
You're right, I am lying. Okay. Best scene, what you got here?
All right, so obviously this is a spoilers review based on the title that you're clicking on it. There was a lot of great action set pieces in this, but I think the scene where my whole theater got a little bit choked up was after Killmonger drinks the Black Panther shot and has basically the opportunity to speak to his dad back in his apartment in Oakland. Man, that was basically like why we showed up to the theater. That was like the story Ryan Coogler really wanted to tell, I felt like. And maybe one of the most emotionally poignant, I'm trying to think of one right off the top of my head that's more emotionally poignant in the MCU, and I'm having trouble doing so. So maybe it is the most emotionally powerful scene we've gotten so far. How about you?
Yeah, I'd agree with that statement. I think that was an incredible scene. I also thought that it gave Michael B. Jordan a chance to flex his muscles a little and show that, hey, he's not just a yoked up, good-looking dude. He can act.
I don't think he lifts, to be honest, but that's whatever. That's to each his own.
Yeah, I mean, definitely doesn't do chest day. My best scene is the scene where Killmonger challenges Black Panther for the throne, and they go to the little waterfall place, and they're fighting. The choreography was insane. And then after Killmonger stabs Forrest Whitaker in the chest, and he's giving that speech that's like, hey, this is your king. This is who you want. He's a little piece of crap, and I'm going to kill him. And then he throws him over the side. It's basically Bane breaking Batman's back. It was an incredible scene, and again, very emotionally charged, even though it was an action scene.
Yeah, I almost felt like there was a slight homage to that scene.
I think there had to be, which is I think is really cool with all the Marvel DC debate. They're both complimenting each other and saying, "Hey, we're gonna give credit where credit is due." I also have honorable mention to the chase scene through South Korea.
Yep.
We know I have a soft spot for chase scenes, and Lexus did a fantastic job with that. So, moving along, talking about Lexus and everything, what are your impacts on this one?
I mean, I think this one's pretty obvious. It's a big step for representation for the superhero genre, but I think more importantly that the fact that yes, it's a movie directed by an African American that's portraying an African American superhero on screen, but I think more so the fact that it's just a really, really good superhero movie, and that hopefully in the future we don't get political on this podcast, but hopefully we don't have to bring up the fact that hey, this was a great step for representation for a minority on screen. Hopefully we can just say it was a great superhero movie and we get more of these, and we're definitely getting more Black Panther, not even just in Infinity War. I mean, my theater was clapping the entire time. So if you think this is the last time you're seeing just Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther in a movie, even with him as the titular character, it's definitely going to happen again.
Definitely. I agree. I think, like you said, we don't get very political on this pod, but I think this movie did a really good job of showing how our actions today are going to affect our kids and our grandkids and generations to come. I think that that's very important, whether you look at that as a environmental thing, or if you looked at as a political thing. And hey, if we go and try and wage war on these people, this is what's going to happen. Or if we do this, this is what will happen later on. I think that they did a good job of showing that, while it still has the feel of a superhero movie and it still has a relatively feel-good ending to it, and representing and saying, hey, we all need to come together for this common goal. I thought that was really cool. As far as an MCU impact goes, because Wakanda and Black Panther are so isolated, doesn't have a huge impact on the greater MCU, which I think is really, I think that's because it doesn't, it's a big impact, because that's a cool thing that the MCU does a good job of having these independent movies that can stand on their own.
I'll tell you that after seeing the good deed Black Panther did at the end of the movie, I think I might drive my spaceship into a underprivileged area and just let them check it out.
You don't have a spaceship.
Come on. Yeah, right.
No, I sign your paychecks. You don't.
Brian, we're not going to argue. We know I do, but what's the last category?
All right, last category, rewatchability. Over, under, you rewatch this 30 times.
In my life or this
like,
weekend?
I'll say like 6 months.
I'll say a push, exactly 30 times.
30 times.
I don't know if I'm going to go see this again in theaters because Game Night's coming out next weekend. I really want to see that, but I'm definitely going to buy the Blu-ray. We'll do a movie commentary on it, obviously, and when this is on TV, it's going to get watched at least till the next commercial, the first time I see it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy it. I like how grounded the story is. Honestly, even the bad acting that I thought wasn't very good wasn't that bad. So I'll watch it through a commercial even. I'll probably get up, get a beer, take a piss, and then come back and still watch it to the next one. Definitely going to buy it. Really excited to do the commentary on it. It's just a good all-around movie.
Agreed.
Any last thoughts?
Wakanda forever, bruh.
Wakanda forever, brah. We have been the Bro Force Squad podcast. Go ahead and give us a like on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at Bro Force Squad. If you wouldn't mind, go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube and on iTunes. You can check all of our content and everything we got going on at www.broforcesquad.com. For the mayor, Jeff Hornacek, I am Brian Banner, and we will catch you guys next time.
Hey, Brian, I think we should go to the local elementary school and bury each other in sand so we can talk to, like, anyone that's no longer living.
Only you have to eat the cat poop this time.
Again?
Yes.